Hi guys, welcome back. Today is Monday. The last time I actually vlogged was Saturday when I was out, and it was so much fun, you guys. I met a lot of you subbies and I'm just like, oh my god, you guys actually like me. Like, stop. I'm joking, but yeah, you guys are so lovely. Like, I can't. And you guys actually like me, which is hilarious because I'm like, okay. That's something, you guys. But thank you so much for all the support. Thank you guys so much for the reactions when you guys see me and you see, you know, the other members of the Diosa family. Like, you guys always go all out and you guys are just amazing. Like, I cannot even say how amazing you guys are. It's absolutely ridiculous. Today, well, let me get this out of the way first. Basically, Zaya's coconut oil went over everything, you guys. I am so vexed. It went all over everything. Went all over her bed, went all over my bed, went all over the sheets. Like, oh, I'm so irritated this morning. Like, it's so annoying, but hey ho. So I had to basically just strip down everything, including her bedding as well, and I just put new bedding on. But it's absolutely annoying. But today's a special day. Zaya is going to get her I'm going to register Zaya today, basically. So yeah, me and mom are off to our appointment. It's at 11, and then we're gonna go register baby Zaya, and oh, how exciting. And then she's actually not an alien in this world anymore. So yeah, we're gonna go register Zaya today. I'm like super excited. Like, you know, like when you're a parent, it's like, you know, all the little milestones. So this is like the little first one. She is currently 3 weeks and 3 days. So this Friday she's actually going to be 4 weeks old, you guys. Zaya is going to be a month old. Can you guys believe it? Zaya is actually going to be a month old, and I've had a baby for a whole month. How crazy is that? And the weirdest thing is that, well, it's not the weirdest thing, but the most beautiful things that she just came and she fitted into our world so perfectly. Like, I can't even imagine my life without her right now. I feel like I'll be a bit lost, like what's going on. But yeah, it's actually crazy that on Friday she's going to be 4 weeks. My baby's going to be a month old, and that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But yeah, we're going to get her registered, and today she's wearing her shoes. She's got a pair of shoes on right now, but I'm gonna put these ones. I'm gonna put these ones on her because yeah, I think the other ones are a bit bigger, but these ones are like the smallest ones there. So I hadn't really like looked properly when I tried them on, because I was just trying them on for jokes, and then the other ones actually fit, only to realize these ones are actually smaller. So we're gonna change her shoes from the ones that she's currently wearing to these little ones here. So yeah, let's get cracking. Say, you're so problematic. So hi guys, we're at the baby registry office thing. We have a story time for you, like we do everywhere that we go. Zaya's out here being problematic and crying, and mom's out here being the best entertainer in the world.
Come on, Mr. Lifty, Mr. Lifty, Mr. Lifty, come to us. There you go. We ain't going in the lift now. Eh? This is
oh my god. Hi mom.
Hey.
Welcome babes.
Nothing like
one of our subbies told me that they saw you yesterday, Ekaya.
I did. No, I didn't see one. I actually saw 3.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But the other 2 I'd seen the week before.
Yeah.
But this particular one came and she was so excited.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, you're such a proud grandma. And I said, I know. I'm an absolutely proud grandma.
Yeah, she's like, I just saw mom at Ekaya. I was like, did you? She was like, yeah. And then someone spotted you in Luton as well. I've had so many people spot you in Luton, which is the funniest thing.
I know, because I'm always in Luton. I work in Luton, so
yeah,
people would spot me there. So yeah. So we've got one registered Miss Nancy.
How exciting is that? She's no longer an let this van go back.
Undocumented.
She's no longer an illegal alien. Do you have papers?
Yes, I do. That's what she'll be telling people.
Oh god, I'm so dead.
You know what? I could do with some water or something.
So yeah guys, Miss Nandi is officially registered. How exciting. And everyone sees her name and calls her a he. I'm like, it's not a he, it's a she. And the funniest thing, we have everything pink. So where are you getting this from? I don't understand. I'm like, listen, I'm like hella confused because her name might be Isaiah, but it's a girl. Because the registrar was like, oh, when was he born? I said, she. Oh, he goes, it's a girl. I'm like, yeah, it's a girl. Mom's checking if her grandbaby's alive in there, guys. She hates the sun.
Yeah, she absolutely hates the sun.
She's like a vampire.
It seems like it's a prerequisite. You have to have a level, it's a requirement.
That must be the only thing that they ask you is like, are you rude?
Yeah. And if you say, oh, definitely, they're like, huh?
You're hired.
That's the person we need.
Because she was, guys, we got in there, we're a few minutes late, but however, like, we're already on the phone to the registrar. So then she's like, when you get to the office, just let the person at the reception know that you're here. And that's it.
Guys, bear in mind, you know, local, you know, if any of you've got any experience with town halls, you know that they are listed buildings and they're a nightmare to get into. I was saying, you know, town halls in general are not a nice place to get to. I mean, they're a nightmare to get into. So even if you're on time, but you know, you approach the town hall from the wrong side, you will be late, because we came from the wrong side, so we had to go round the town hall to the other side. So by virtue of that, we're like 3 minutes late. So we get to the reception, right, and there's this girl who's already, you know, charged up. I don't know who did what to her. So and you know, especially with me, the problem with me is if somebody's already, their face is now saying, you know, you're late and I'm going to give you a lecture, my back is automatically against the wall. So she was like, excuse me, you need to stop shouting. I said, honey, we are not shouting. Trust and believe. If I was shouting, you would know. So she goes, you know, very uncomfortably. Yeah. Yeah. I said, yeah, you would know. So I'm not shouting, I'm explaining to you that we came to the town hall from the wrong side. So because we came from the wrong side, it put us like 5 minutes back. My apologies for that, and we've already rang somebody to say. And then, because obviously she still wanted us to know that we were late. And for us to know about ourselves. So she was like, well, maybe the registrar might not even see you. So anyway, I'm just going to email them and see if they can see you. After that, the registrar was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, she came, she was so happy. She didn't even point out my lateness. But these receptionist people, they must go to root school before they apply. No, they must. But the registrar was like really cool, you guys. And mom wanted me to even get extra copies of the birth certificate. She did that for me nicely. But why am I having a problem with a receptionist? Like, I don't really understand when I've explained to you. I think also because, bear in mind, their jobs are right at the front line. You need to go into booths. They're right at the front line, so because they're gatekeepers anyway, they feel a certain level of entitlement to be rude. This is the place where we live. Me and my grandma. Oh, this is the place for this milk, because in Asda it's always run out. Yeah. I was so confused because I saw this one and then it said, I don't even know, bruv. The one that I saw didn't say breast milk substitute. That's not even the one that had. It said something like winning, something to that effect. Because these are the ones I used to buy for real. Yeah. So, because guys, Zaya is having this thing where if you give her milk, she's refluxing. So we're buying the anti-reflux one at the moment just to try all that. So, look at this one here.
Wednesday, yeah.
I'm on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, tell them about the boot camp.
Yeah, so the boot camp's...
I've been talking very highly about you and your thighs.
Yeah,
yeah, go on, tell them.
The boot camp was made for people that wasn't able to come to the gym because our gym closed. Yeah. So then we thought 4 PTs were gonna come here do a boot camp. At least people are still getting sessions in.
Yeah.
It's grown over the weeks, over the months. It's only been running for about a month and a half.
Really?
Yeah,
Doing very well.
A month and a half. The first session we had about 4. Now we're averaging about 10 plus.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's decent. You
It's good.
You get a full body workout.
Definitely.
Yeah, what more can you ask for?
It's really good. Better than any gym I've been to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Because when I go to gym, I just mess around.
You're coming to 4 of the best PTs.
It's true.
4 of some of the best PTs. I'm not
The
gonna say we are
best.
the best, but
The best.
we try.
They're the best.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lee. See you Wednesday with your thighs.
Yeah, I was saying. So, anyways, long story short here, let me just say in a nutshell. I'm not gonna say exactly my feelings because I'm gonna say them in a separate video. But Zaya's dad decided to turn up out of the blue. So now this conversation, like him just turning up, you know, has sparked a lot of things for me personally. And I was just talking to Coco, reflecting, because we've been having, you know, okay. So me and Coco have been having conversations regarding the situation, and we've touched up on so many subjects. But I've just come up with the conclusion that sometimes I think it's good to wait when you're maybe a bit older to have a child. Not that, you know, I'm like the youngest person on earth, but I just feel like
you think you're Zaya's age mate?
yeah, no, not that I'm Zaya's age mate, but I think there's a certain, like, I feel like this generation specific. I feel like when our mothers had children, you know, like in Africa or whatever, they had aunties, they had all that help, and you know, you have people around you to help you mature and deal with situations accordingly, with class and with dignity, and you know, that way you don't act like a fool and you handle yourself well. And I was just reflecting on this situation, and the way the conversation went yesterday, if I was on my own and I didn't have the guidance that I have, I would definitely be in a baby mama, baby daddy drama situation. Whether I like it or not, I would be in one, because when you haven't spoken to someone in so long and you've gone through whatever you've gone through with your child, and you've gone through the whole process, and only you know what it felt like, and only you know the struggles and the strength it took for you to even get to where you are now. Like, it's hard, because it's hard to accept someone back with open arms and just be like, okay, it doesn't matter, let me just keep it moving and pretend like everything is okay. No, everything is not okay. And I feel like it's okay to actually admit to yourself that everything is not okay, because right now in this moment in time, I'm very salty and I'm not happy, and I just feel like if I didn't have the guidance of Mom and Coco, and so this decision that was made yesterday was solely because of Mom. Like, we had to have a conversation, and woman to woman, she told me, like, this is what you chose to do, and you need to handle yourself in a certain way. You can't be acting like you're two. But if it was up to me, we would definitely be beefing each other every day, and I will have the strength for it. I'm never gonna lie, because only I know the struggle, and my family know the struggle. And especially if you feel like you've been taken the mickey out of, you genuinely don't want to accept someone just roaming in whenever they want to, because they've now seen the light, or they say they've seen the light, or just because they can. So I was just saying to Coco that sometimes I feel like it's better to have children when you're a lot more mature, and you can actually have a mature outlook on life. As much as obviously I have a child now, and I have a level of maturity to some extent, but I don't think it's the level of maturity I have is good enough on its own to handle certain situations in life, because that's when I need my mom to kind of ground me, and that's when I need my sister to kind of, you know, tell me about myself and really ask me the questions that I may necessarily not even ask myself. And you know, like, she keeps me in composure. And do you get where I'm coming from, Coco?
Yeah, bro.
that's just how I feel, because like I think especially when you don't have the guidance and you don't have people in your life that genuinely want to see you do good, and they want to see the best person that you can be, and they want the best for you, you definitely end up in a situation where you are back and forth with somebody, and I can see that happening. Like I can actually relate to that happening. I think it's easy for me. I think it was easier for me to kind of be like, everything was okay, everything was cool when, you know, he was out of the picture, and I was okay with that because I dealt with that. Now, what I hadn't dealt with were what happens when he decides to come back, and that's what I'm going through at the moment. I'm going through now he's back, what do we do? Where do I start from? What do I say? Do I really want this? Now I'm thinking
it's not about you, bro.
No, it's not about me, but in a way, like I get it's about Isaiah, and I'm doing what's best for Isaiah, and I'm okay with that. But in the same breath, we can't ignore the fact that to a certain extent it is also about me, because it's going to be happening in my environment. I'm the one who's going to be having to be speaking on Isaiah's behalf. So it's not like he's going to come and have a conversation with her about her. You know what I mean? Like, so what milk do you drink? What size nappies do you wear? You know, I'm her advocate. I'm the one who's her voice. I'm the one who's going to have to speak for her.
Yeah, but when you're advocating for someone, you're advocating on their behalf. It's still not about you.
I get that it's not about you. Help how I'm feeling. Do you know what I mean? I'm just salty. But now what I'm trying to do is then process my emotions before that we even get to that stage, so that I can be a proper advocate for Isaiah, and it's all about Isaiah instead of it being low-key about me as well.
Low-key,
just deep down.
It's true though.
Low-key.
I feel like in these situations it's very hard to like put your feelings aside. I feel like that's what causes the dramas in it.
Yeah, so
because even with the pastor prick, you still have to put your feelings aside and just be mature. That's when maturity. That's being mature, innit? Because if you're petty, you just be like, nah, bruv.
Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of like trying to say, like, I think unless you're in this situation, this is what I'm always saying, like people will ask you, oh, how is being pregnant? Unless you're pregnant, I can't tell you, innit?
And every pregnancy is different.
Every pregnancy is different. Same
every
with,
situation is different.
Parenting situations such as this one. I think I had it in my mind that co-parenting was never going to be a thing, because I didn't imagine that, you know, he would ever come back. I was actually okay and comfortable with the idea that he would never come back, and that I was gonna have to raise this one the way I want to. I didn't have to, you know, answer to anybody. Like, she was solely my responsibility. But obviously now this has happened, I'm not having to go through that process where, yeah, I didn't make her on my own. I did make her with somebody else. So, you know, guys. So if you guys, it's easy to say, oh yeah, baby mama, baby daddy drama. Yeah, I can see it going that way, because if I didn't have the people that I have around me, yeah, I'll be one of those. Like, yeah, can I come see my child? Like, no fam. Like, this is what you did to me on such and such and such and such a day. Do you know what I mean? I can see that happening.
But personally, I think that it was good that you said how you felt in it, because, like, people need to know. I
think that's how you move on. I definitely think
as long as you don't harbor those feelings and let them, like, control you.
Yeah.
Then that's the issue. That's when people become bitter. But at least you said it.
I definitely have no regrets about how I handled the situation, because I feel like I needed to get how I felt out there, and I needed to say what I say. Therefore, moving forward, we've not got this big elephant in the room where we're all pretending like everything is okay. I need to let you know that I don't like you. Like, it needed to be said, and I needed to let you know that I didn't like how the situation went
exactly. Down. You don't like how the situation
went down. I'm not
comfortable
with how the situation went down. And yeah, I do feel like sometimes, guys, in the grand scheme of things, in trying to be mature, also tell people about themselves and how you feel, because that's also being mature. Because you're not
lying to yourself.
Yeah, you're not lying to yourself. Like that's
and people can only work with what you tell them, innit? If you don't tell them shit,
they're just gonna pretend that everything's okay, and you're the one who's gonna be hurting on the inside, boiling. And then one day you're gonna actually just gonna turn into that crazy person that you
and they won't even know where it came from. Yeah.
So I feel like, to start off with, before any co-parenting situation, I think people should just say exactly. I feel like you should just say exactly how you feel. Therefore, you get all your... If you need to scream, scream. I'm sure that person will even understand why you're screaming. If you need, do what you need to do, and let that person know exactly what you need to tell them, and just how you feel. And after that, I think after that, if you then carry on being crazy, then that's up to you. Like, you're not moving mad. I don't co-sign to that, but I feel like the initial stages of a conversation that you have with the person, you should definitely tell them how you feel. That way, moving forward, you both know where you stand, and you can, now it's no longer about you and your feelings, it's about what's important, which is your child. So yeah, that's just how I'm feeling at the moment. But I was definitely thinking the grand scheme of things, like, as much as I think I'm mature, I don't think I'm that mature. I
don't think you're that mature, to be honest.
To be honest. Because I
think you're a little bit, but I'll be all. I'm immature as well.
The kind of strength. I think maturity depends on situations sometimes, because, you know, there's a certain way, like, my mom thinks that I would never. Because when she was telling me what she was telling me, yeah, she was making sense, but I really was like rolling my eyes, because I was like, it's supposed to be on my side.
I thought you were my friend.
That's how I felt. And do you know what I like about a relationship with mom? Mom does what needs to be done at the time, innit? If I'm in my feelings about a certain situation at the time, like, obviously she's my boy, she's supposed to back me. She will back me, but when I'm going too far, and I'm now becoming very unreasonable, she has a way of just reeling me back and to be like, you know what, let me know, home girl, now we need to tell each other the truth. Maybe gassing each other about 15 seconds ago, but it's now crunch time, let's tell each other the truth. So yeah, yesterday she told me the truth, you guys, about, you know, sometimes when you make decisions in life, i.e. such as having a child, it comes with great responsibilities, and that means that life is now no longer about you, and that you have to make certain decisions that may affect you. But if they then better a child, she basically, yesterday, she had a talk to me about being selfless and not being selfish.
But I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus. And you know what, she brought up a very good point. Like, you guys may not know this. Mom had a conversation with me. She did say, to be honest, she said to me, if despite how you feel, you need to think about how, you know, most of, like, us, you know, who were raised in Africa or whatever, we never knew where we came from. And she used me as an example. And I'm one person, I don't know my way of this is bad, but I really don't know. Like, I've got a second name, but I don't know.
You should do your own video about that, you know.
Yeah,
like a separate video, because that's a very interesting. Maybe your relatives might be watching.
Yeah, I don't know where I come from, in the sense that I have a mom, but I don't know any of my dad's side. I don't know anything about that. But I think, like, she did say, would I want the same thing for Isaiah? And I was thinking to myself, to be honest, it's not really fair. Not that it bothers me, but I think I'm old enough now to let it not bother me, or to know that sometimes in life there can be nothing that can be done about anything. And
I think, yeah, with you, right, I feel like you've had such a traumatic life that there's so many bigger fish to fry, that that's literally the least of your
least of my problems.
That's the least of your problems. It's true though.
So do you think it's one of those where sometimes it's one thing that is at the back of my mind, but it never makes it to the front,
because your life is so dramatic.
Your life is just dramatic with everything else going on in
it. Yeah.
But yeah, mom just used me as an example, and she used herself as an example as well. You know, with the fact that, yeah, she thought her dad was her.
She should tell that story herself.
Her granddad for the longest time, since she was 13, you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, but me, I don't know where I come from in it. I'm just saying. But she did say, "Is that what I want for Isaiah?" No, that's not what I want for Isaiah. I want for Isaiah to know where she comes from, and you know, it's nice to have a second name.
Even if the fathers are pricks in it, like,
yeah,
this is no indirect at Isaiah, and I'm just saying from my own personal perspective.
Yeah.
Even if your father isn't the nicest person or is a bit booky, it's nice to know where you come from.
It's nice to know where you come from, yeah. Whereas do I really want to be sharing my second name where I don't even know where it comes from with Isaiah as well, and I can't even explain to her where that comes from. Like, I'm just creating, in a way, I'm just creating a mess in it. So yeah, guys. So this is what I was talking about, maturity. To me at the time, I would have happily given Isaiah my name where I don't know.
No, but you're doing what you had to do. You can't force, like, I remember I was telling you I was this YouTube video in it.
Yeah.
Basically, Mum and Master did this YouTube video, right?
Yeah.
It's the groom where Mum is talking about her response to your co-parenting video. And she was basically saying that if somebody doesn't want it, yeah, you can't force them.
Yeah.
So you have to use the hand that you've been dealt. Boom.
Yeah.
You have to do what you have to do at the moment. If they don't want it, they don't want it. But if they say they want it, that's up to them.
If you say you want it, then you want it.
Yeah, but if you say you don't, then you don't. No one's gonna force you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that philosophy.
But yeah, guys, that's just how I'm feeling at the moment. Yeah, that's just how I'm feeling. But sometimes when having kids, it's all nice looking at them when they're like this and they're all cute and you get to dress them up. But there's more to it than what we think and what we may have bargained for. And it's definitely...
Max is just telling you, yeah, boy to boy, woman to woman, yeah, don't have kids with people you don't know in it because it's a bit long.
Not even with people you don't even know, that as well, but don't have children, you know, without truly understanding what it entails.
But you are the same person who said you never know what it's like to have a kid until you have one, so you can never truly know what it entails.
I know, but I mean, like, I'm talking of maturity in like a situation where it's how baby mama baby daddy drama starts is when you are on your own and you really don't have a support network. I feel like when deciding to have a kid, you need, I decided to have a kid because partly I knew that, you know, I had people that would have my back, and truly no one let me down. You guys were there all the time. You guys were even involved more than I was, and I'm the one who was carrying the child, you know. So I'm just thinking of a situation where you find yourself pregnant, which is most of some people on my snap. They find themselves in these situations where their family are not okay with the fact that they're having a baby. They are now finding themselves on their own, and I'm just imagining if you're in this situation and then your baby dad decides to come back and you don't really have anyone to sit you down boy to boy and tell you the rule of my life. I'll be at your door like I'll be beefing with everybody
because you've got so much like deep hurt and trauma already. Yeah.
So if you don't have anyone to share those burdens with, or if you don't have anybody to kind of put you in the right direction, you end up in a messy situation. And I really don't want any women to end up in messy situations, because I feel like just this, being pregnant and having the baby and having to be on your own and do it on your own, is stressful enough without having the extra added drama. Conversation, you guys. This is a lighter-hearted conversation. It's not all like serious around here, as you guys know, but we just need to tell you that part.
Yeah, you have to tell each other the truth because we're boys, isn't it?
We're boys. So, Coco. Tell me all the story.
No, tell it yourself, Fancy. Tell it.
Coco met a boy, and you know, I don't know whether she was trying to play hard to get. I don't know what she was doing. So she basically told the guy, like, if you fancy me and if you're serious, I'll see you at my house. The guy just happens to know where she lives. So Coco's here being mother of the year as she does, rearing her child. She's got sick all over her clothes. Her hair looks like what it usually looks like tumbleweed half the time. You guys know, the hair is like a scarecrow. So anyways, we get a knock on the door, and then Coco, as she does, is, you know, I think Zay at the time was sleeping, so she stands up to open the door because no one, let me just tell you guys the rule, no one hardly knocks on our door, and then if anyone knocks on our door, we literally have like 5 people that, you know, we think it could be. So you just go and open the door because it's either the postman or it's the pretty little thing courier man, or it's DPD powder, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's only a handful of people, and our friends like will say when they're coming, so you think it's the blue postman. So Coco, what does she do? Goes and opens the door, looking like how she was looking, you guys. Like, oh my gosh, and she probably even had like sleep. Like,
I was asleep as well. Oh,
and you know when you take a nap as well, you wake up and your face is so puffy and swollen. So Coco now goes and she opens the door, and it's the fine boy from the Congo.
Listen guys, have you ever seen someone who's just like so sexy and he just came back from having a trim as well?
Yeah, the guy just came back from having a trim, beard on fleek here, thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna go holla at the ting. And guess
the
what?
ting was not looking like a ting, bro.
The ting was not looking like a ting.
I bet I had bad breath as well, you know. I didn't think I'd even brush my teeth.
Guys, so anyways, the ting proceeds to say that he will be back in a few days, innit? So today's the day where we're waiting for the ting to see if the ting turns up or not. But this is all based on how superficial he is. Yeah.
So we'll see if my man comes.
But yeah, guys. So today we're waiting to see if the dark-skinned guy from the Congo comes and knocks on the door and, you know, comes and asks for Coco's hand in marriage. Like, I've been waking up excited today. That's the highlight of my day today. I'm not even gonna lie. That's what I'm waiting for.
Mom said he's never gonna come back. Guys, I look like shit. I know I usually look like shit, but I look like shit.
Why am I even surprised that Mom said that?
He said she wouldn't come back.
Mom is so cheeky. Like, she's so cheeky.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But yeah, guys, I think he'll come. Personally, I think he'll come. I think, like, I really genuinely think guys don't even care about things like that.
No, but I look scary, bro. And the girl had that's the day she was sick in my mouth, innit?
Yeah.
She was sick in my mouth. She was sick on my tongue.
Don't tell the story, but
sorry, babes. She was sick in my mouth, yeah. Sarah literally was vomited in my mouth. I had a big, massive sick stain on my top. My leggings were probably like riding up or down. Yeah. My hair was just looking like I've been electrocuted.
So you look like a mess.
I look like a mess. Like, not even like, you see, Mercy looks normal, innit? I didn't look like that. This is normal. Yeah, me, I looked scary. Like I'd been through war and back. And the guy had a fresh trim, guys, and his beard was looking so juicy. Like, he must have made an effort thinking that he's gonna go see a ting in it. I didn't look like a ting. Guys,
comment down below if you were this guy. Would you come and highlight Coco again, or would you just let her go and just be like, nah, fam? Like, what would you do? And if you were Coco, if the guy doesn't come back, are you going to feel some type of way?
I would feel some type of way.
Are you just going to be like, you know what, yeah. Even I wouldn't come back.
If he doesn't come back, I genuinely don't blame him.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely do not blame him. If he comes back, he's a different kind of man, innit?
Yeah.
Murume.